Hi. Welcome to another edition of the BIAW Bulletin, but what we all know is really called the Hammer with Himebaugh. We are at day 64 of the legislative session, which means that we've passed the first real major cutoff date. Now the House is hearing Senate bills and the Senate's hearing House bills, and it's all very exciting. We're still stuck in social isolation of Zoom session, and to that end, the governor did announce we are moving into phase 3 as a state. Phase 3 includes expansion of capacity up to 50% for indoor activities. So you should be able to get a restaurant reservation a little easier now. And for outdoor sporting entertainment events, you can go up to 25% capacity, which means on opening day, the Mariners could have 9,000 people in their stands to watch them give us hope, only to dash it again by June. And he also talked about expansion of the vaccination access. So we're going to be moving into phase or tier 2 of vaccination accessibility. Never in my wildest or quite frankly boringest dreams did I ever talk about who would qualify for vaccinations, but here we are. I'm so sorry. Tier 2 includes people who are in critical essential work jobs like grocery store workers, and as all of the tier 1 folks who are the 65 and older, nursing home, healthcare workers, and all of those types of folks. Also, if you're a pregnant woman, you can have access to the vaccine. It is very clear that getting needles in arms is going to be the key to returning us to normalcy. Now, back to the legislative update. Still, no work on reforms to the governor's emergency power, because why the heck would the legislature want to be involved in these types of decisions? We're going on a year now of sort of one person telling us what we can and can't do every single moment of our life. But hey, whatever. We're moving back to hearing House bills in the Senate. I want to highlight 3 GMA bills that are up tomorrow morning in the Housing and Local Government Committee in the Senate. They're 3 not really great bills. They're House Bill 1117, which adds salmon and a net ecological gain into the Growth Management Act standards. Now, the problem with net ecological gain, as it's written in this bill, is that it applies to development regulations, which means it adds costs and delays onto permitting for housing. That's a problem for us. 1099 is another bill that adds climate change, GHG reductions, and vehicle miles traveled reductions into the Growth Management Act. This is a problem because it also adds time and cost onto housing. Now, an amendment was hung on the floor of the House that makes it a little better and adds some caveats and safe harbors for middle housing zoning within urban growth areas, which is a good thing, but the bill is still problematic. And lastly, 1241, which is a planning timeline bill. It moves the comp plan from 8 years to 10 years with a mid-cycle check-in. Now, if that's all the bill did, it wouldn't be much of a problem. The problem is it vastly expands tribal engagement in GMA planning, which, as we know, without their also having accountability and liability of comprehensive plans, it causes further delays and sets aside land that could be used for housing. Now, BIW will continue to carry the message of added costs and development regulations onto the price of housing. You know, as I've told you before, for every $1,000 in the state of Washington added to the new cost of a house, it prices 2,500 households out of the market. That's a problem, and Washington can and should do better. We need to fix these bills or kill them. And with that, thank you for watching another fabulous, stupendous, incredibly intelligent episode of The Hammer with Himebaugh. Home start here, Himebaugh out.